Hello student, myself Nimesh Prabhakar. Welcome to Antenna and Propagation lecture series. In my last lecture, we have start new chapter dipole antenna. So in this lecture, we discuss about the first one type of the dipole antenna, that is nothing but the oscillating electric dipole, or it is also known as the infinitesimal dipole or Hertzian dipole. So this is the part 1 for the oscillating electric dipole. Now we start. We have here they consider this is the oscillating dipole. An infinitesimal dipole is also called as a Hertzian dipole. So this is nothing but also known as the Hertzian dipole antenna. A short dipole is initially in a natural condition, and the moment a current starts to flow in one direction, one half of the dipole acquire an axis of charge and the other is diffuse. We know that this is the characteristic of the dipole antenna. Now, due to the charge, there will be voltage between the two holes of the dipole. The oscillating nature of current will thus result in the oscillating voltage. It starts the oscillating. If the current oscillation is sinusoidal, the voltage oscillation will also be sinusoidal and approximately 90-degree lagging the current in a phase angle. The charge on the two holes of the dipole generate electric field, while the current in the wire is responsible for the magnetic field. So the dipole antenna is surrounded by electric and magnetic field as shown in the figure. So here in the first we have seen the electric field. This is the plus Q and the minus Q. So it generates the electric field line from the plus to minus, and we know that the alternating current, that means AC current, so it changed the polarity. So due to that, the minus portion is also become the plus and the plus portion is become the minus. So it generates the electric field in the opposite direction. And this is the magnetic field. This is the magnetic field is generated due to the current is the pass through the wire. So this is the magnetic field line. So it generates the oscillating diode. How it generates the electric field and magnetic field will learn. Now to analyze the E and H component, first we take some assumption. So first assumption is the L is very less than the lambda. That is, the length is very small. So here we consider the dipole antenna length is very small. The radius of wire A is very less than, that means less than lambda. The antenna is very thin. So here we have taken the second assumption. The radius, or we can say the A, is the very small. That means the antenna we have taken is very thin. This is the second one assumption. The antenna is placed symmetrically at the origin of the coordinate system and oriented along the z-axis as shown in the figure. So here we consider the antenna we have placed at the origin of the coordinate system, that means the 0, 0, 0, x, y, z, and its orientation is in the z direction or the z-axis. The current is assumed to be constant in the z direction. So here we also consider the current is constant in the z direction. The medium surrounding is the air. So this is the last one assumption. So we consider the medium, the surrounding of the antenna is we consider as the air. Now to analyze this dipole antenna, first we find the magnetic vector potential A. The general expression for the vector potential is A bar xyz is equals to nu upon 4 pi I x dash y dash z dash e raised to minus jkr upon r dl dash. So here this x, y, z is the observation point and x dash, y dash, z dash is the coordinate of the source. R is the distance from the source to the observation point. That means the R. This capital R is nothing but a distance from the source to the observation point. When the current is flowing along the wire along z axis, then we can write I x dash, y dash, z dash is nothing but the I z dash. So we can write the I z az bar. And we have considered the current is flowing in the z direction, so we can write dl dash is nothing but the dz dash. Also the source is at the origin and the measuring distance from the source means measuring distance from the origin. So every r is replaced by r in the spherical coordinate system. So here we have considered first assumption is the we have taken the antenna is placed at the origin. So that's why we replace the capital R by the small r. Now the expression for the A, that means the magnetic vector potential, is changed as A bar xyz is equals to nu upon 4 pi minus L by 2 to L by 2 I0 az e raised to minus jkr upon r in the dz. Here we just put the value for the A because we have considered the antenna is placed at the origin and the current is flow along the z axis. So that's why this equation is changed. So now we solve this equation. So nu I0 az upon 4 pi r and e raised to minus jkr we have taken the common. So integration minus L by 2 to L by 2 dz dash. And now we solve this equation. So we get the nu I0L 4 pi r e raised to minus jkr and ar. So when we solve this integration minus L by 2 to L by 2, so we get the answer is the L. So we can write this as a az into az bar. This vector magnetic potential is only in the direction of z as was expected since the current is in the z direction. Now second one, to analyze this dipole antenna we have to find the magnetic field intensity. So we can find the magnetic field intensity by using this equation. The B is equals to nu into H is equals to del cross A. In spherical coordinate system, the del cross A we can write as a 1 upon r square sine theta, ar r a theta, r sine theta, a phi, and d del by del r, del by del theta, del by del phi, and ar r a theta, r sine theta, a phi. Now to solve the del cross A, we require to find the relation between the az and ar, a theta, and a phi. So we have ar is equals to az cos theta. From this figure we can write the ar equals to az cos theta and a theta is equals to minus az sin theta. Negative sign in the above expression is due to the theta always increase away from z axis and conventional direction of a theta is shown in the figure. But the projection of az in the opposite direction. So here we have write the minus sign and here the a phi is 0. 0 result is because az is vertical and its projection is in horizontal direction and a phi must be 0. the value Az at all point on the circle surrounding Z axis. So d by d phi is equals to 0. So now we put all this value in this equation. So we can write the del cross A is equals to 1 upon r square sine theta, and A theta and A phi portion is 0. So del by del phi is 0 and other portion is also 0. So now we solve this equation. So we know that how we can solve. So 1 upon r square sine theta, r sine theta A phi del by del r multiply by the r A theta minus del by del theta multiply by A. And from here in the right hand side we can write nu h phi A phi. So now we solve. So here we can write the h phi is equals to 1 upon nu r del by del r r A theta minus del by del theta AR. So when we solve this equation, the value of the A theta we just put and the AR value we put. So we can write the equation as 1 upon nu r del by del r minus r Az sin theta minus del by del theta Az cos theta. So here we substitute the value of the A theta and AR. Putting the value of Az, now we substitute the value of the Az. So the equation becomes, that means h pi is equals to 1 upon nu r, nu upon I0 upon 4 pi L del by del r e raised to minus jkr dot sin theta minus del by del theta e raised to minus jkr upon r cos theta. Now we solve this equation. So we get h pi is equals to I0 L upon 4 pi jk e raised to minus jkr sin theta plus e raised to minus jkr upon r sin theta. And we can write this equation as, now just we have taken the e raised to minus jkr as a common and other value. So we can write this equation as a h pi is equals to I0 L 4 pi r sin theta jk 1 plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr. Thus the magnetic field component due to infinitesimal dipole r, hr is equals to 0, h theta is also 0, and h pi is equals to I0 L upon 4 pi r sin theta jk into 1 plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr. So this is the magnetic field intensity, or we can say magnetic component for the infinitesimal dipole or oscillating dipole. Now to analyze this dipole, third one we find out the electric field or the electric component. So the electric field can be obtained from the magnetic field using the Maxwell equation. So del cross H is equal to j omega epsilon into E. We have this equation. So the electric field component in spherical coordinate are ER, E theta, E phi. The expanding the del cross H and comparing the coefficient, we can write del cross H is equals to AR, R A theta, R sin theta, A phi. Same as upon del by del R, del by del theta, and the del by del phi is equals to 0, and the other component value is the 0, and R sin theta, H phi. J omega ER, AR, E theta, A theta, E phi, A phi. So now we are expanding this. So we get, so 1 upon r square sin theta into the AR d by d theta, r sin theta, H phi minus r theta del by del r, r sin theta, H phi, j omega epsilon ER AR plus E theta, A theta, E phi, A phi. So comparing the AR coefficient, we get j omega epsilon ER is equals to 1 upon r square del by del theta r sin theta h phi. Now, when we solve this equation, so we can write 1 upon r square sin theta del by del theta r sin theta I0L. That means we have put the value of the h phi I0L 4 pi r sin theta j omega 1 plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr. So now we solve this equation. So 1 upon r square sin theta I0L 4 pi jk plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr is common, and in the derivation del by del theta sin square theta. So we know that how we can solve this derivation. So sin square theta is nothing but the 2 sin theta into cos theta. So when we solve this equation, so we get the electric field component ER is equals to I0L upon 2 pi r square cos theta K upon omega E 1 plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr. Now we know the K is equals to omega under root nu into epsilon. So we can write the K upon omega into epsilon is equals to omega under root nu into epsilon upon omega into epsilon. So we get the under root nu upon epsilon. This is nothing but the intrinsic impedance and eta of the surrounding medium. Introducing the eta in expression for the ER, we can write the ER is equals to I0L 2 pi r square cos theta eta 1 plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr. Now comparing coefficient of a theta, so we now we compare the for the theta j omega epsilon e theta 1 upon r square sin theta minus r del by del r r sin theta h phi. Now we put the value of the h phi in this equation. So we get I0L 4 pi r sin theta jk del by del r 1 plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr. Now we have to solve this derivation del by del r 1 plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr, and when we solve this derivation, so we get this. So taking minus jk common out of the square bracket, so we get j omega epsilon e theta is equals to plus I0L 4 pi r sin theta jk square 1 plus 1 upon jkr plus 1 upon jkr square e raised to minus jkr. And when we solve this equation, so we can write e theta is equals to I0L 4 pi r sin theta eta jk 1 plus 1 upon jkr 1 upon jkr square e raised to minus jkr. So this is the E theta component or the electric field component. So field component for this is the ER is equal to I0L 2 pi r square cos theta eta 1 plus jkr e raised to minus jkr. Same as E phi, that means electric field component for the phi is the I0L 4 pi r sin theta eta jk 1 plus 1 upon jkr plus 1 upon jkr square e raised to minus jkr. And E phi is equals to 0. Same as magnetic field component, HR is equals to 0, H theta is equals to 0, and H phi is equals to I0L upon 4 pi r sin theta jk 1 plus 1 upon jkr e raised to minus jkr. So here in this lecture we discuss about the oscillating electric dipole. So we get the magnetic component, electric field component. Now the second portion we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you. Hello and welcome to our channel Electronics and Communication Engineering. Congratulations to find us for learning. You are watching a lecture series on antenna and propagation that has approx 44 sessions and more are coming up. We have more than 1200 sessions in various lecture series on courses for electronics and communication engineering. Watch it and learn. If you like it, share it, subscribe it and press bell icon to receive all updates on new session. Enjoy learning.